Hey everybody, we're back. Stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Tim. Welcome back to another episode, Boone County Beekeeper. Now, been a while, I know that, and we'll get to all that in a minute, but feels good to be back. Today is Tuesday. It is January the 30th, and yeah, I should be at work, but I had to take my dad this morning for a little procedure at the hospital. He's doing good, so got some rain coming in here in a little while, and I'm gonna try to get in here and see what we got. Now, been a while, guys, since I've been on here. Been a lot of things happening, and you know, in the winter, not a lot of stuff going on. So there is and there isn't. So if you remember now, in our last video, I told you I'm not trying to tell you how to overwinter your bees, and I'm going to tell you guys, I hope that you took my advice, because I think I've got a lot of dead bees here. I don't know, I'm not seeing a lot of activity on a couple of these hives. I know that little one, I didn't figure that little one would make it, and I'll be honest, I think it was dead before Christmas. It didn't do a whole lot, and now, the old mean hive, I'm wondering about it, because I don't see any activity on it. And that maybe hive, I've seen good activity all winter, but this last week or two, I've not seen a whole lot there. And it looks like something is fooled with that mouse guard. I may have had a staple or something come loose, and I believe something's got in that thing or something, I don't know, but I really won't know until we get in here. So we're not going to break anything apart or anything like that. What it is, I've got a couple of Hive Alive Fondant patties, and then I made a couple sugar bricks last night, and it's getting down here now, guys. This winter has been it's been nuts, and I don't know. I know that for food is probably getting low, and that's what I want to do. Just want to make sure that they got enough on them to get them through into about March. They'll have to make it another month or so. So just have to wait and see. I won't really know till I get in there. Now the one hive there, my best ones, the most gentle ones, they seem to be thriving, man. I see a lot of activity on them. I've seen that all winter long. So it's going to be interesting just to see what happens. And we may not need any smoke. I hope we don't, but we got it just in case. Now, I'm not broke a top on any of these since that last video, which was back in October. So just have to wait and see what we got. I'm afraid I may have took my hive tool home. I don't know if I did. I've got a screwdriver over I can use. But guys, I don't know. It's this winter, let me tell you, it's been a very different one. It's been a wet winter. This old El Nino, you know, I told you I didn't know what it was going to do, but it's been super wet, and we'd have warm days. I'm talking 60s, and every now and then it would get up to a 70. And then a few days later, it down freezing and cold and in the 20s and the teens, and we've had some single digits. We've had, well, I'll give you for instance, last Friday before last, it was 6 degrees, had about 6 or 8 inches of snow on the ground. This Friday, 60-some degrees. It's just crazy. They don't know what to do, guys. So I don't know, but listen, I do know this. I know that we went into winter plenty of food. Everyone here had except for that single, had a full honey super, plumb chock full of honey. I know my mite counts was good going into the winter. I treated heavy with oxalic acid, and everybody got a full round of Vapovar, if you remember, 42-day cycle. All my mite counts was good on all my washes right before going into winter. You know, maybe 1 or 2 mites, and I don't know, but I just don't think we've done that well this year. So I told you anyway that this was going to be a building year. Well, I believe it's really going to be a building year now, because I think we're going to start out with maybe 1 or 2 colonies is all we're going to start out with. So we're going to have to get busy. But hope you get in here today, get some feed on them. We'll check them out, see what we got, and then we'll go from there. I'll probably just go through the first one. I'll shut the camera off. I'll get back on at the end, and I'll let you know what's going on, and let you know where we're at. So I'm going to go over here and get set up, get all my stuff packed over here. Stay there, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. I do have my hive tool. I left it in the center block here. Listen, I know this colony here is alive. The rest, I'm not so sure. I don't think that any of them's alive. I don't really know what to tell you. I don't know. That's just the way that it goes sometimes. Now, I'm going to show you what I got here today. I've got this Hive Alive Fondant patty. Let me bring that around. Guys, I'm going to tell you, if you've never used that stuff, you need to get some. For this time of the year, it is absolutely, it's wonderful. And the way I do it, I'll go ahead and do it before we get in there, is I take my knife, and what I do is right here where this says Hive Alive, I just cut me a slit right here, a little door, and then I'll fold that back, and then we'll place that in there face down like this, and then we'll put it down like that. And them bees, man, they absolutely, they love it, and it's good for the bees too. Then also, I've got some sugar bricks, and I know this is not much of a video, but I want to check on them, because I'm a little bit concerned. I'm willing to bet that they eat a lot of their food. I don't know. And I'm going to give them just a little puff of smoke, because they may be a little wild. Now today, it's in the 40s. It's 40-some degrees, and it's not too bad. But now it's supposed to start raining here this afternoon, and we're going to get about 4 days of rain. And I'm going to tell you, this has been one of the wettest winters that I can remember. Now, no snow. We've had only one time we've had snow, and that was a couple weeks ago, like I said. And we got, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches. They got about probably 8 to 10 inches here, and absolutely been the weirdest winter that I've ever seen. Now, we got a bunch of bees in there. I do see a bunch of bees. So, and I don't see any sugar. So, yeah, the sugar's about gone. I'm gonna, when I get this on, I'll show you. But all the sugar is gone. So this is a wise thing that we're doing. We're gonna take this fondant patty, place it down right there. Then I'm gonna take a sugar brick, we'll put it right here, and then that way they'll have something to eat. Let me come around and get you guys so you can see. You can see they had ate all their sugar, and that's what I'm saying. This has been the craziest year that I've ever seen on weather. So I'm willing to bet these others are not. This was a strong colony right here. Willing to bet that these others probably are not as good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the top back on that, and then we'll go on down the line and check the rest. I'll shut it off. I will let you know when we get there what we got at the end. So I'm just going to do that real quick, and we'll just kind of go from there. So guys, you just hang in there, and we'll be right back on, and we'll tell you where we're at. All right, guys, listen. Let me tell you, I could be wrong. Tell you what I got going on here. So if you remember, this is the old mean hive. Well, guess what? When I pulled that open, I'll tell you this. When I pulled that open, that box still had all the sugar in it. I'm gonna go over here because they're still mean, trust me. That thing still had all the sugar, okay? So, anyway, I thought, well, they're dead because I had all that sugar. Well, boy, was I wrong. That box is that top box is full of bees, man, and they've got the full load of sugar on top, just like when I left it. So, not going to worry about them. Okay, so they're fine. They'll make it. They got a whole bag of sugar on top of them there. Yeah, boy, they're still mean too. I hate to say it, I was kind of pumped up when I didn't see no activity there. Shouldn't be that way, but they're definitely going to get a new queen anyway this year. So let's check this one and see what we got. This one I think is gone. I'll show you. Yeah, this is that little single. I was going to wait till the end, but I got in there. See here? Still got all my sugar. These bees are gone. They're dead. So we will. They've been robbed out too. So we'll take that. We'll take that back with us. Now I'm looking here. Let me fix you right here. I was really concerned about that maybe hive. Now I'm wondering because, like I said, I've seen something going on here at this mouse guard. Something has really got that going, so I don't know. I see activity, could be robbers. We'll get in there and see what we got there real quick. So we got 2 out of 4 so far. And I'll just set this on there. I'm gonna come up this weekend, try to take that fence down. So we'll just go from there and see what we got now. All right, so I don't know. This one, I see all the sugar. They may be gone too, we'll see. They've ate some sugar. They've still got plenty of sugar. And I don't see any bees. So I think that these girls are gone as well. Pretty sure. I think what activity we saw was probably robbing activity. Now look here. You can see they still had plenty of food. That's what I just dropped in there. They still had plenty of food. They've ate some of it. If you can see right in here. See back in here. They've ate some of it. I don't see any bees, so I'm assuming that they are gone. So looks like 2 out of the 4 are still alive, the original 2. And I can't figure out why we're not getting no activity on that old mean colony down there, because I don't know. Let me pop these 2 apart just to confirm. I don't like to break them apart, but I think they're already gone. So, man, I'll tell you what, they didn't starve, I can tell you that much. Yeah, there's no bees in there. And that right there is a full super honey still, yet it's heavy, man. It is heavy. So what I'll do when I come up this weekend, yeah, there's dead bees right there. I will, there's a big cluster right there. So I don't know. I don't know what's happened. Let's see if I can pull a frame or 2. They act like they're starved or something, but gosh, that's heavy. They still got plenty. I see a big cluster right here. So let's see what we got. I don't know. It's weird. Something may have happened to the queen. Very possibly, if you remember, this was a swarm, and that I caught down at my house. Boy, it's propolised. That I caught down at my house. Yeah, look here. Right there is the queen, right there. So, you know what? You guys tell me. So look right here. Let me get my hive tool. Let me show you this. This is a prime example. That's a heavy frame right there. So if you look right here, we've got a cluster. Look right there's my queen. See her? Can you see her there? She is she's marked. And this cluster is all around her. So they have ate this honey right here full, and this side's the same way. They've eat right here full all the way around. What in the world? And I see rear ends sticking out. So these bees act like they've starved to death. But why would they starve to death? Unless, I guess, maybe possibly the weather could have got cold or whatever. And I don't know. They just, did they break, but they was clustered around her. I don't know. We'll go through this real good when we get it home. We'll come and get it. This thing here, same way. Look here. Same thing. Look at all the honey. So here's your cluster right there. All right. There's your cluster, dead bees. Look at that honey. This side, they haven't even touched it. Still had all the sugar on top. Possibly, I guess something may have happened to the queen. Very possible. Right here, same thing, look. Cluster, and there's one bee. That's probably a robber, still alive. But, you see, they've ate that little bit right in the center. All this honey, they've not moved over. It's like maybe they, I don't know, did they not know to move over? I don't know. I don't know what's happened to them. But, I don't know. I see some dead bees on down in there. So it looks like 2 out of the 4 is alive. And we'll go from there. All right, I'll tell you what. Let me shut you off, and we'll talk here in just a minute at the end. All right, guys. So let's talk about this for a minute. What do we see there? You know, winter is a very different animal. You just you don't know what you're going to get with winter now. Hey guys, let's look and see what we got now. If you remember now, that furthest hive, that's my best colony. They always lay good. She lays good brood, which I'm pretty sure they requeened this past year. They are some honey producers. Now they are. They're good, gentle bees. I really, really like those bees. Now, I'll tell you, I've been seeing a lot of activity on that colony there all winter. I mean, even on cool days, kind of cool, when nothing else will be flying, you could count on a few of those bees being out. So it must just be the type of bees that they are. You remember now, all these bees that I have is swarms. They're all feral bees. So I can't really tell you what type they are. I don't know. They're just, I call them mutts. So I'm going to check. One thing I didn't do on that colony, I didn't lift the back to see how heavy it is, but I will before I leave. But they had eat all their sugar, okay? So that's what I say. I've seen activity all winter on those girls there. Now, you fooled me on this one. I'm telling you, this what next one over here, the old mean girls. Listen, I've seen some activity on those girls up until the last few weeks, and absolutely, I'm telling you, absolutely, I thought they was dead. And you know, I mean, I see nothing coming or going. My dad even come up here the other day. It was 65 degrees. There was like 2 bees on the entrance there, and he thought maybe it was just something robbing. But listen, when I broke into that and I seen all that sugar, I peeled that paper back just a little bit. I didn't see no bees right off the bat. When I peeled that paper back, them bees, they boiled out there, and they right on me. So yeah, they're very much alive. They're just, I guess that's just their nature. So, but now they're still heavy. I picked that one up. They're still heavy, still got good weight. But they have absolutely not touched one bit of the sugar. They've not eat any. I guess I don't know, type of bee, I guess. I don't know. So then we get up here to these two, and the little one, now I'm going to tell you that single, they was very small. I was very worried about them going into winter, if you remember. I kind of didn't even count on them coming out. But now, they didn't make it, I don't think. I think they was dead between Thanksgiving and Christmas, because I have not seen any activity on them whatsoever. So then we get right here to this May bee hive, and that one disappoints me a little bit because, man, they was some good bees. They was good, gentle bees. I believe they would have really been some good bees this year, and I was hoping to make a queen or two from her, but I don't know what's happened. I showed you there, and I'll dig into it more this weekend. Man, they've eaten a little bit of the sugar just off the edges, but they still had all of that honey. That's a heavy box right there, man. And you seen they just ate just what was right in the center, and then they didn't go one way or the other. Why is it? You guys tell me in your comments. I don't know. I mean, this is all new to me. Why wouldn't they move over? Weather? I don't know. Like I told you, the weather has been crazy. It has hot, cold, hot, cold. Maybe the queen got sick. I don't know. They was treated Avivar, oxalic acid. My mite washes was good going into winter. I don't know. I don't think that was. Now, I will be honest. I was a little lackadaisical there around. I like to do it around Christmas time, and that's to give them an oxalic acid treatment. But I'm going to be honest. The weather and the way that everything has been, every time that I would get a day off, it would be super cold. They would be clustered. And I won't shoot it in there when they're clustered like that. And I've not had any good days when I'm off. When I'm at work, it's fine. But when I'm off, it's either snowing, pouring rain, or it's 20 degrees. So I didn't get to treat them in the middle of the winter like I like to do. Now, I am coming up this weekend, and I'll probably go ahead and hit those two down there. This weekend. That'd be the third day of February, which is a little late, but I'll go ahead. It can't hurt them. I think it's supposed to be in the 50s, so they should be flying a little bit. So that's where we're at. Now, you ask me, where have I been? Well, I'll tell you. I've been everywhere. The weather has been crazy, so I can't really get up here and do a lot. I don't like to disturb them. I always try to get in this time of year, right around January, first part of February. There goes the garbage man. My dad's been looking for him. I try to get in there and give them some food. And I'm going to tell you, that furthest one, it was. I'm going to check the weight, but they've eat all the sugar. They eat every drop of sugar on the top, so we avoided a crisis right there. Now, I tell you what I got one more sugar brick, and I think what I'll do, instead of taking that back home, I'll go ahead and I'll pop that top off there again, and I'll lay that other sugar brick. That way they'll have two sugar bricks and a fondant patty. Now that, I know, will take them through right on up into the time when the red maples will start blooming, and that's not going to be too long, guys. I've got tulips at my house. They're up about 1.5 to 2 inches. So I've been hearing spring birds hollering. I've been seeing some robins in my yard. So it's not far off. It's usually at the end of this month, first of next month, we start getting the red maples. And once you get that, you've just about made it. But now you don't want to let them starve, because right now, as you can see, this is a very crucial time. So that's what I'll do. I'll put that on there before I go. So when I come up this weekend, I'm going to start taking some of that fence down around that old dog lot there. I really don't need it. I thought maybe I would need it. I was afraid of thieves coming up here trying to steal my battery, but I've got a box over there that I can lock, and that's what I'll do. It's got a piece of pipe that goes down in the ground. So guys, the baby, do you want to know where I've been? I've been down there with that grandbaby, and I'm not going to kid you a bit. Now, let me tell you, That little munchkin, she's growing. She just turned 4 months old last week, and she's starting to smile when you talk to her, and she's starting to try to giggle a little bit and laugh. And guys, I'm gonna be honest, she's got me, man. She has melted me, and I'll be honest, I've spent a lot of time down there, and you know what? I'm not going to apologize for it, because I'm going to spend every minute that I can down there. I am, and she's doing great, and her mommy's doing great. They've done well, and it's been a busy time, you know, with work, with church, with just everything, and the weather. And I'm gonna be honest, there's not a lot going on in the wintertime, so I don't fool with them. But now, listen, getting ready to change. It'll probably be a couple weeks or so before we film another one. But don't you worry, we're gonna have some fun this year. I told you, we're not gonna worry about honey this year, and I'm not gonna worry. But now I've got 2 down there, and I'm gonna do some splitting. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I do want to requeen this upper one here, because they're mean, and they have always been mean, and they are still mean. They come at me right there just I don't know, they're not pleasurable to get in there and work with. The other ones I don't mind at all, but I always dread getting in that one, because they will light you up. So I was hoping to try some grafting this year. I'm gonna buy me a few things. I don't know if I can get enough bees here going. We'll try it. You know, I want to try it, and I would really love to graft some from that lower colony there, because I love those bees right there. They are just they're producers and gentle, and that's what I want. I want my whole. Even if I go in to this next winter with just 4 or 5 colonies again, I don't care. But I want them to have good genetics, and I want them to have good fresh queens. And I want them to be good, gentle queens. So that's what I'm going to concentrate on this year. And we're going to try some different things. We'll see. And we'll just see what the good Lord gives us. And that's what we'll do. Now, that's about it, guys, I guess. I really don't know of anything else happening. I hope that you had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you had a good Christmas and a good New Year. Now, I don't know. We all had a good time. We had a lot to be thankful for this year, for sure. And we had a great Christmas with that baby. And I'm looking forward to her getting a little bigger and start crawling around here pretty soon. Hey, it won't be long. Mommy don't know, but we'll have to get her a little bee suit one of these days when she gets old enough. So we'll see what happens. But guys, I've kept you long enough. I appreciate you. And I'm still going to do a bunch of videos this year, if the good Lord's willing. I'm going to try a bunch of different things, and we'll go from there. We're not going to worry too much about the honey. We'll try to make us some bees and get us a few extra nukes maybe, and we're going to do a lot of swarm trapping. I've already been looking at some new places. We'll see what happens. But I think I've learned my lesson on these swarms. I think what I'll do is, once I get them into a box like these, I'm going to let them go a few weeks, lay some eggs, start building up, and when the brood starts popping out, I think I'm going to pull that queen and some brood and put them over in a nuke box somewhere and let them get new queens, these swarms, because that's what you don't know on these swarms. How old is that queen? Well, they're usually pretty old, and I don't know, that can be what maybe happened on these two. I don't know. If you got some ideas, like I said, let me know. I don't know. And I'll put right here if that farthest box is heavy or not. I'm curious about that. I'll do that right here. I want to see, because they ate all their sugar, but if they eat all their honey, I don't know. They may went straight up and just ate the sugar. We'll find out here in a minute. So guys, listen, this is Tim, and I'd like to thank you for being here, and I'd like to thank you for sticking with us. You know, I tend to ramble on at times, and I enjoy this, and I enjoy my bees, and I do enjoy making these videos. I do. Now, you guys, I hope everything is good in your life, and I hope that you are well and your family's well. And I hope it will have a good bee season. I hope I have a good bee season. So, good, beautiful sunny day in the 40s today, January 30th. What more could you ask for? I mean, let's just be honest. Be thankful, guys. Thank the good Lord for everything that He's done for us. Thank Him for all the weather, not just the sunshine, but the rain and the snow and all that. We need it all. Now, I don't like the snow, but we need it. So, guys, that is about it. Until next time, it'll be a few weeks. So, God bless you, God bless your family, and God bless your bees. This is Tim, the Boone County Beekeeper. Thanks for stopping by.